What is on your mind, Doctor?
Shh. Just stand here with me a moment. I want to see if you can sense what I'm sensing. Yes, I can see you feel it too. The magical energies that flow through the ether into the sanctum grow stronger. I've been locked away from them for too long, but when Tony and I complete your armor, it will be only a matter of time before we retake the sanctum. My mind races with nervous excitement at the thought of stepping back into my great cosmic library to stand in my power once again.
You never lost your true power, Doctor. You stand in it now.
That's kind of you to say, but since Venom evicted me from my home, it's no secret that I have felt diminished. I was so used to seeing the future, anticipation became a foreign sensation. Now that's all I feel. When I finally regain my sight into our many possible futures again, I'll finally be able to exhale. Until then, I must wait with bated breath, keeping faith that you will deliver a victory to us.
I hope so.
May the Eye of Agamotto watch over us all.
It's good to have you around again.
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
Hello, my sweet girl.
I must confess the loss of the Sanctum Sanctorum has deeply affected my focus. For the first time in quite a while, I feel a sense of mourning. Sentimental, I know, but I cannot shake the sense that life as I know it has changed for the worse.
I am sorry for your loss.
My loss? I haven't given up hope, despite all the signs that I should. Tell me, Hunter, if Lilith's forces captured the Abbey, if they prevented your return home, what would you do?
Lilith does not belong in the Abbey. We kicked her out once. We would just do it again.
A confident boast, but Lilith's power far eclipses your own. How could you possibly evict her?
By relying on all of you.
I see. Thank you, Hunter. You leave me with much to consider. A joy to spend time with you, Hunter.
I hydrate. Blood is
Here, child. We shall be reunited soon. I cannot help but feel excitement.
We are standing in front of each other right now.
Not here, but in the physical realm. You don't need to be coy. I know you are coming.
To where exactly?
The Sanctum Sanctorum. The prophecy advances. As much as it will please me to see you, I beg you not to stand in my way. I cannot guarantee your safety this time.
The Sanctum is more than just a stronghold. It is Strange's home. He will never let it go.
I once thought that about the Abbey, so many centuries ago. I have said all I can. It is out of my hands now.
Actually, it seems to be all in your hands.
I wish that were so. But you know the truth. He is closer than ever before.
Who is?
I would not dare say his name in this place. Still, he will bring us together after so long. Is it selfish of me to say that it's our reunion that matters most?
We will see each other soon, Mother. Agatha.
It's all right, child. You have been through so much. Your mother is calling you back to her. Trying to break anything that stands between you.
Consider this barrier to be as unbreakable as my resolve to not follow in her footsteps.
Yes, I believe that. Your ancestral powers are awakening and taking root. They would be pleased you are choosing the angels of your better nature. But the real question is, are you pleased? Is this the path you want to continue to walk?
Yes, Agatha. This path pleases me. I am confident that the only thing that can defeat darkness is the blinding brilliance of light.
Then shine it. Drown out your mother's shadow.
I intend to.
Just remember, whoever you choose to be, I accept you.
It was a bloodbath.
If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think...
I'm ready to chew butts and kick bubblegum.
Thanks, Hunter.
Finally, some action! I thought my dry spell was never gonna end.
I'm ready when you are. Just remember the most there are no rules. See you around.
There are some more wards I could place on different...
Hunter, what you've got there is the latest in custom alloy, handcrafted, magically protected personal protective gear.
Yes, thanks to the symbiote sample young Mr. Parker recovered, we were able to isolate the alien energy signature that appeared to be causing you so much trouble. With this armor, you should now be able to get close enough to Venom to take him down.
This time without, exploding.
It feels good. Now, just get me back to New York and I will handle the rest.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
Coil. Let's get to work. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Please tell me it's not an excellent find, Hunter.
Don't forget to write.
Looking good, Hunter. The new outfit looks spectacular. Just really badass.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing what a little teamwork can produce.
Teamwork? Oh, you mean Stark and Strange.
They finally got along enough to make this. I just hope it's enough to stop Venom.
I do not know if it will be enough. And neither do Stark and Strange. The armor may be Faithbreaker, but I have faith it will work.
Oh, a little wordplay. You should use that line on Tony. It would probably bring a tear to his eye.
I could discuss this armor all day, but...
Oh, I know. You've got a date with a symbiote. Don't let me stand in the way. Good luck out there.
The shielding powers of the Vishanti on the Faithbreaker armor will make...
The new armor suits you. It looks pretty spectacular.
Jealous?
Incredibly.
If you like it, I can see about having Strange and Stark make one for you as well.
Those two? They barely kept it together long enough to make this for you. I'm not gonna push my luck. Besides, I got my own style.
Feeling good today, girl? Rest easy, Spider-Man. I have dealt with the unknowable before.
Yes, but have you ever worn clothes with their own appetite? I know symbiotic alien goop can seem like a cool idea, but take it from me. Not worth it one bit. The symbiote gets in your brain and makes you do things you'd never ordinarily do.
I am no stranger to disembodied voices whispering their desires in my mind. And I was raised in a castle filled with ghosts, cursed grimoires, and unfettered cauldron access.
The symbiote is a little more complicated than run-of-the-mill hauntings. When the goop gets hangry, it goes on a devouring spree, and its favorite snack is human beings. Midtown would be a sumptuous buffet.
Have some faith in me, Peter Parker. I will not be swayed by the suit.
Oh, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the wardrobe from outer space. I guess there's no other way, huh?
Only this suit can penetrate the symbiote barrier around the sanctum.
Yeah, I hear that too. What sits worse with me? The Sanctum Sanctorum is wearing a symbiote. Alien-possessed architecture gives me the extra creeps.
To stand against the forces seeking to fulfill the prophecy, we must conquer what terrors hold us from our duty. Fear holds us back. Fear makes us small.
You can't fault a scientist for voicing an abundance of caution.
I cannot. And your warning is heard, Spider-Man. I shall be alert and ready should the suit try and tempt me.
Hey, that's all I needed to hear. Hunter, I hate to say something as cliché as, "You got this." So I'll say something cheesier. I believe in you. Just be careful wearing that extraterrestrial tracksuit, Hunter. Last thing we want is for you to turn against us.
Thank you for your concern, Spider-Man.
Thanks for hearing me out, Hunter.
Perhaps, Aunt, the Spider-Man is correct.
This is not the first time we've used the weapons of the enemy to fight our enemy, and it will not be the last. But it is your decision, Hunter. You are the one wearing it.
I have endured corrupting forces in the past. Whatever this symbiote's nature truly is, I shall not let its thoughts become mine.
I expect nothing less from you, Hunter. I suppose I do have a single misgiving, Hunter. If the symbiote has any unusual reactions to your collar, well, keep an eye on it.
I feel like it goes without saying. If anything compromises the integrity of the collar, it is important, correct?
That is correct. Your collar and your life are intrinsically linked. We would need to mitigate any damage to save your life. Hunter, you must take extreme caution in all actions. The threads binding our reality together are inextricably bound in surprising ways. Sometimes they are stitches, other times knots or tangles. Reckless action and needless risk are the threats we must be most aware of. Now, put on your alien suit and go free the Sanctum Sanctorum of Lilith's corruption. I do not believe Spider-Man's fears to be founded, but nothing is certain. However, if he is right, I fully expect Spider-Man to be annoying about it. So don't let that happen. Remember, if your collar reacts oddly to the symbiote, alert me immediately. Still no sign of Venom. The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his disappearance, his pet symbiote has unfortunately not given up its taste for my sanctum.
Neither has Hydra. They've upped the guard again, which I didn't even think was possible.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Are you sure that thing is safe?
Well, we didn't exactly have a manual, but the science and spooky bits are sound.
You should be well protected.
It's a big risk.
So is leaving Lilith in command of the Sanctum.
You're both right.
But I bet you have another option. Sorry, didn't mean to spoil your moment.
A frontal assault has too many variables, but there's always the whole.
the back door. Of course. I know the risks, but at some point we have to start believing in each other. In ourselves. Your design will hold.
We would never let you step into battle unprepared.
Besides, what was the first rule of demon hunting you taught me? If at first you don't succeed, stab again.
Aw, you think Reed and Sue have such heartwarming moments with Johnny and Ben?
We're gonna get the Sanctum back for Strange.
I like your optimism.
I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about you.
What was that?
Nothing. Blue Hydra.
Heard about that?
I wish we had more time to test Strange and Stark's monstrosity of a creation. But with Venom out of the picture, even temporarily, we need to strike now while we still have the chance.
I agree. Now is the time to strike.
That is some messed up wallpaper.
Must have got hungry without Venom around.
Evil consumes everything. Even itself.
Ready for round 2?
Always.
Ding ding.
What is that?
Old magical graffiti? You tell me.
Not the wards. That.
Caretaker, tell Strange we found the way back into his sanctum.
Finally.
Oh, and one more thing.
We are not alone.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you'll just have to do it a few more times. Oh, try not to bring yourself down on your heads in the process.
I think I can hear Strange grimacing through the radio.
Your fate is sealed. No mercy for the servants.
When you're gonna hide, next time take a bath first.
Hail that!
All the advances of the future. At the end of the day, it still come down to me punching something.
Some things never get old, kiddo.
Targeting systems active.
That's one hell of a move.
Out of sight.
That's not right.
Confirmed enemy target.
Is that everyone? Weak, even for Hydra.
Firing solution ready.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Now that was something.
On Beta moving into position. Forever in service. No one gets away.
They are still coming for me.
It's almost a shame Stark and the Doctor aren't here to watch this project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
Get ready.
Some for the rest of us.
You're gonna talk, one way or the other.
Can't run from this.
Did someone feel a breeze?
Looks like they want to try a few more.
It's too bad those gloves won't work for anyone else. Love you.
Indeed. For now, leave the Faithbreaker to me.
sound like one of Blade's action movies right now, but go!
Get to the sanctum!
Me waiting, child.
I am here now.
Yes. Alone. Always so alone.
Did I miss the party?
You are just in time.
I told you the door works now.
Sorry. First apocalypse excitement, I guess.
The little sorcerer returns home.
Can't say I like what you've done with the place, Demon Mother, or my friend. No matter. Already, the power of the Sanctum returns to me. Your days of plundering its secrets end today!
But that was never the plan. Now.
Yes, Mother.
Not while there's still a chance to seal that breach and save the Sanctum!
We will never forsake her.
I am a rule. We stand with the Mother.
Banner's infernal device has torn through the wards themselves. If we are to have any chance of stopping Lilith, we must interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal that breach. Your time has come.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here. You know, you're pretty good at this. Coming at you.
They deserve no mercy. Something from the depths.
Hydra's in control of the situation. Mother, protect us.
I haven't lost their interest yet.
More the merrier.
Match your strength.
Hostile unit on the move.
Hydra didn't train you for this, huh?
Prepare yourself. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. You have earned this.
Do not be discouraged.
This is a serious predicament for you.
Their mystics fall before us.
They have not changed their plans.
I know I'm new to this whole prophecy game, Doc, but none of this is good, is it?
No, Peter, it is not. Perhaps you and the hunter should retreat to a safe distance while I rectify the situation.
I will be... What? 2 steps behind us? I've seen too many movies to point out. I'm staying.
As am I.
That was really something.
Take that!
It's for the best, trust me. Let's try.
By the will of the old god.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Do I look like I'm running?
Respond. Anyone. Damn this interference. Not getting through.
The mystical barrier that separates the realms is collapsing. Technical difficulties are to be expected. I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony.
Was that truly your best?
stop me like that.
Time for the real thing.
Am I meant to be intimidated? This has gone on long enough. We must purge this evil from the Sanctum no matter what it takes.
If there was ever a time for you to lose your temper, Doctor, this would be it.
Well done, my friends.
Doc, come on! We have to go!
Leave if you must! I can hold it like hell you can!
Not good, right?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That really, really sucked.
Try adding a few dozen more reallys.
I'm in shock. I didn't expect to lose the Sanctum.
Oh, you didn't expect to lose the Sanctum? That was my whole life. Ripped open and decimated before my eyes.
We need to have a serious conversation about Lilith. She's much stronger than we anticipated.
We did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough.
Lilith is a pain, for sure. But right now she's hiding behind our boy Bruce, and if he's giving her IT advice, then that's a problem I can do something about.
I failed. How else can I describe it? I failed not just my teammates, but the world.
That's right. You did fail. All of you.
Oh hey, don't sugarcoat it or anything.
But that doesn't mean you lost. And that is an important distinction. This war is far from over. And tomorrow we will rise again. And fight again.
I'm too tired for a hoorah, but the sentiment is there.
I appreciate the inspirational words. We all need it.
I'm sure. Now rest, get some sleep. All of you. The battle will wait until morning.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
I know this is difficult for you, Stephen. But the Sanctum is gone, and we need to plan for what comes next.
What's next? Armageddon has already happened. What's next is hell on Earth. The barrier has been breached. Expect the world to fall, city by city, nation by nation.
I'm not ready to give up, and neither should you.
It's not just losing the Sanctum that hurts us. It's also Banner.
We will handle him, as long as he doesn't become the Hulk.
It's his mind that I'm most worried about. That rift charge is just the start of the awful things he could conceive of. He is Lilith's most powerful weapon now.
Then you know what we need to fight back with, right?
We tried. Blaze is being impossible unless he gives us the parchment.
Shh. Voices carry. Let us lower ours.
Now's not the time to be AWOL, Hunter. We need you in the war room.
They actually said end of the world on. Any news from the West Coast?
No.
plenty of hellish threats across the 5 boroughs right now to keep him busy.
Oops, you're bad.
Dr. Strange? I can't imagine how Dr. Strange feels right now. I would like to offer my sympathies, but...
You do not wish to disturb him.
I'm sure he'd like to be with his own thoughts.
I think Dr. Strange would appreciate the support right now, even if it is just kind words.
Thank you for your insight, Hunter. Everyone is different when it comes to grieving.
The Sanctum was his home, but he has a place here in the Abbey.
I hope that sentiment comforts him. Either way, I recognize how important it is to have a safe haven to return to.
Did the X-Men have a similar home?
We do. We've had several close calls, but there's still a place for us to return to. I don't want Stephen to think I'm pitying him.
Dr. Strange will not assume you are offering him pity. He will know you are being genuine.
I worry. I suppose it just depends on how I word it.
Coming from someone who is still learning their social cues, that is very true.
Maybe we can workshop something together. I appreciate your help, Hunter.
Lilith and her minions did a number on New York.
Yes. And New York is just a taste of what is to come if we do not stop her.
I haven't seen the city in such a state since Blade and I tore through Times Square. That was even worse.
What happened between you and Blade?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
Just the highlights, please.
Blade mistook me for someone else and tried to stake me. I broke his little twig in two before breaking him over my knee.
Is that it?
You said you wanted the bullet points. All you really need to know is, I won.
We could go a few rounds. Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Do your thing.
I heard Strange's spooky funhouse went poof. But look on the bright side. Things can't get any worse.
I am a little surprised by your optimism.
Why? Half the weirdos here have survived more than one apocalypse. A house going bye-bye isn't too bad.
You have a point, but Strange just lost his home. This was another major loss.
Yeah, sorry, pal, but I find it hard to cry over a bunch of wood and nails. Unless I'm crashing through a building. Yeesh.
You have never had a home?
Nope. Not unless you count the abandoned subway system. She may have smelled like garbage, but it was my garbage. The Abbey's the only home you ever had, right?
Correct. I spent my entire life here. And what came after.
So you'd be like Dr. Magic Man if this place went down in flames.
Of course. The Abbey is a part of me.
Sure is cozier than all the places I've ever bumped at.
I am almost afraid to ask.
Smart call. I won't say a peep to Dr. Strange about his house, don't worry.
A successful collaboration.
Where's Caretaker? This is taking too long. What have you got for me, boss?
And I failed.
Okay, so that's 2 superhero strongholds Lilith's reduced to rubble, and now she's gone and really pissed me off. This should be interesting. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
How can we help you, Hunter? I'm happy to help, Hunter.
The Sanctum's gone. Hell has literally come to Earth. This is a worst-case scenario.
In my experience, things always get bleak before they get better.
We can't wait for Strange. We need to start now.
We better keep an eye on him.
Getting reports of zombies in the sewers.
Vampires in Manhattan? More vampires in Manhattan.
The green sky is growing.
All right. Let's not give in to rumors.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think these are just rumors. The old Spidey sense has been on double red alert since...
We lost the Sanctum? Perhaps now you understand why I was so adamant we save it. Think of the Sanctum as our world's supernatural ozone layer. When it breaks down, or explodes,
Holes open up. Only in this case, instead of a nasty sunburn, you get demons. Lots of demons.
And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell.
Oh, what album is that from?
The Prophecy. The dark god Cthon readies his return.
Well, does the Dark God Cthon own a dude ranch in the Southwest? Because there's a whole lot of something going on out there.
Should, probably tell them.
About?
The carnival. Johnny Blaze and the Quentin Carnival.
No way.
Who exactly is Johnny Blaze?
Sort of a jerk. Legend. Famous stunt rider, fellow spirit of vengeance,
and keeper of the Parchment of Power.
The final page of the Darkhold. The missing piece my mother needs to complete the prophecy and free Cthon.
When were you gonna tell the rest of us this?
Welcome to our world.
The entire point of a secret guardian is to remain secret.
Yeah? From the look of things, I'd say your little secret is out.
With the barrier gone, our enemies must have been able to detect the page's foul presence. Lord knows what wretched evil Lilith sent to retrieve it.
Things don't get more bleak than this.
Then this will be my last stand. If I have to die to save this world, then I'll die fighting.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Damn it. We needed that sanctum.
Just because there is talk of a slime monster lurking beneath Manhattan does not mean...
Oh, it does. Look, I know Eddie and Venom. They're not what you'd call unsore losers. And we did, kind of bury them under an old bell tower.
Has anyone seen the creature since?
Long gone by the time S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. They go to ground when you wound their pride. In this case, underground.
Venom on the loose, licking his wounds.
Now that's a friendly neighborhood problem. So, how about we go solve it?
Do you have a question?
You gotta work on your social cues.
Worried that Venom will hold a grudge?
I wouldn't say worried. I've come to expect it.
You still think this is a good idea?
Eddie tries to be a savior, but sometimes he needs to be saved from himself. Besides... got all the slime in the world. So, where's our slime monster?
Vampire. Vampires.
Maybe it's the Downtown Express?
Sounds like a lair.
Sounds like...
Still so hungry.
And there is your slime monster.
Time for seconds.
Breakfast for dinner, I guess, with a side of vamp over easy.
Not so easy for the vamp.
Oh, gross, Eddie! It's hard to know who to root for in these parasite versus parasite situations.
Parasite?
A demonically possessed symbiote?
With a vampire's bloodlust.
Not good.
Come on, Eddie, don't do this!
They are definitely doing this.
I should have known that thing would crawl back to the sewers once Lilith had no use for it.
We don't need her!
Tell yourself whatever you have to.
Not to interrupt, but have you really been eating those vampires, Eddie?
The rarest meat of all!
So if you are what you eat, what does that make you? go even for you, Eddie. Moping in the sewers, scarfing down the undead.
Better than Lilith! Better than you!
I meant more on a personal, even level, you know?
Know your blood will make us stronger than she ever could!
He has not lost his way with words.
I bet Lilith isn't going to like this.
That thing has been trapped!
I do feel pretty amazing. Try this on for size. Remember the old days, Eddie? We had our differences, but were they really as bad as this?
Good or bad, we have had enough of all of you!
I'm really getting through to him today. It must be tough losing all the time. For like, decades. I'm going for it! At least you get to take a nap. Here we go!
Demon energy from every pore!
Don't lose it, pal. Either of you.
He is lost. One mercy remains.
Ah, yes. The elimination of one tormented soul for the good of many. Oh, but humans do love a moral dilemma. The umami of an otherwise flavorless existence.
Mephisto.
Gesundheit. Nice mullet.
Go to hell.
There's nowhere I would rather be, but I've come on business. So let's make a deal.
Is this one of those fiddle at the crossroads scenarios, or...?
No deal.
My terms are as follows. I spare Venom. I cure the symbiote of Lilith's demonic touch. I end the blood fever he's given himself, gorging on curdled vampire bile. I retch a little thinking of it.
I said, no deal.
All this, and I ask but one inconsequential thing in return. Stop the vampire uprising. The undead are bad for business.
So you cure Eddie and we keep doing what we've been doing?
Yes. Wipe them out. Remove every trace of their foul scourge from the earth. Then I will cure this pathetic creature forever.
For the last time, no.
Hold up. Give me the fine print.
Nothing much. The usual. If you should fail, you'll discover something far more threatening than the undead, namely yours truly, etc., immortal soul, yada yada.
This is a bad idea.
This or he dies? We don't have much of a choice. I'm in.
Good. Just sign there and there. You may feel a little sting.
Bad food! We will destroy you, bad food!
Go get him, Ed.
We should follow.
You do have a vampire war to wage. Oh, and Peter, I'll see you around.
How did he know my... Huh. Of all the surprises we've had so far, that was one of the weirdest. So, that's a truce then, right, Eddie?
We feel like ourselves again. Weaker, but ourselves. We will spare. For now.
Hey, that's progress.
He didn't threaten to eat you. That is progress.
Finally! Now can we eat?
Gonna get hurt if you're not careful. Here comes the heat. Come on. Play dead. Like it's up to me. Nice. Let's do this. Here we go. Here we go again. Forgot what you were like before Lilith got in your head. I kind of missed it.
Lilith got in our head to begin with.
Is that really what you think? I was trying to keep you from eating my neighbors.
Stopping us, leaving us hungry.
Well, that is
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Ha! I think that's the last of them. And not a moment too soon.
Is that...
Eddie?
Well, this is awkward.
You are the man in the monster?
Something like that.
So, you okay, Eddie?
It's kidding, little joke. No, I come in peace.
For once.
Really? New kids gotta get in on this too? Hey, by the way, you're killing it out there. Respect.
Thank you. Not my first vampire war.
Eddie, are you yourself again?
Well, you mean, are we ourselves? Yeah, Lilith. She made us a monster. We did awful things. You know that's not who we are, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here. Well, in there, thinking... I saw what you did for me. So, how about we put aside all our, personal stuff?
Okay...
No, not forever. Just until this whole messed up vampire situation's figured out. Till all the innocent people are safe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Works for me.
Shake on it. Oh. Wait a sec. Put her there, partner.
I'm there, partner.
Welcome to the Midnight Suns?
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
I'm good if you are.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I've pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's Book Club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's Book Club. I hope you enjoy.
Why do you...
It's about people who weren't around until after your death.
So why...
Volume 30 was way...
Go.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today.
I thought the Kree all...
No. That's what the Kree convinced everyone to believe. And that's how we defeat our enemy.
Okay, just between us.
I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You calling it?
Yeah, I am done.
Peace. Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You didn't like it.
It's more that I didn't have the context. But you do, and you clearly like the book, so...
All right.
You guys really put the home in home base. This is an impressive setup.
I hope the accommodations are better than what my mother provided.
Your mother gave me a lot of stuff, but most of it was grief. Thanks again for what you did for me. As if my past wasn't complicated enough, your mother added a fresh pile of regrets.
Eddie, you are here because a mutual friend believes in you.
You mean he believes I'm trouble? And he's not entirely wrong.
I do not want you at each other's throats.
Look, Parker and I have a complicated history, but it's water under the bridge. Well, I guess we're still building that bridge. But we have bigger fish to fry. From the bridge. But enough about us. Can you trust me after everything that happened? I mean, I kept trying to eat you.
You were a different person. I cannot blame you for my mother's control.
Oh, that's a relief. Thought it might be weird between us. Wanna hug it out? Sorry, I just made it awkward, didn't I?
No more than Peter Parker does.
So, now that we've cleared the air, I'm a little worried about the deal we made with the devil. That's the first time I've meant it literally.
Mephisto is malevolent. Every interaction with him is playing with hellfire.
Oh, I hate fire. Almost as much as I hate demons. No offense, but I hear there's a gym here, and I'm itching to check it out. I'm gonna do that, unless you need something else? Okay.
I would like to know more...
Really?
What was your life like?
I was a reporter, and I was pretty good at it. Had a few wins.
What happened?
It's a long story. And I still find the occasional reporting gig, but... Well, let's just say it's for news sites.
Do that?
Oh, yeah. Just not the kind...
What drive...
Plenty of people will tell you I'm no hero. Some of them might be living in the Abbey. I guess you could say I had a tough childhood. Always wished I'd had a... So I became a monster. To save those too small...
You seem ruthless for a hero.
Is...
Half the Midnight Suns believe the greater good can sometimes outweigh a single life, but none of them... Well...
Eat their...
You could...
my brand adjusted.
I would...
Nah.
How did you...
I got bitten by a radio...
What?
Nah, that would have been less traumatic. Truth is... Be surprised what that kid gets up to. Anyway, Parker.
What are...
Without your mom's demonic protein powder... We also have limited shape-shifting abilities. Our tendrils are handy when we need to grab something or web someone to a wall. Oh, don't tell Parker, but he traded down when he went back to those red...
I noticed that you saw...
Because I'm a king in black.
What does that mean?
It doesn't matter. Truth is, Venom isn't a singular personality. It's a combination of myself and the symbiote.
Must be strange to have a conversation.
Yeah, well, if you thought it was hard fighting vampire...
Eddie?
That's not how it works. I'm not deranged. I just share a body with an... But It also happens to be true.
Actually...
The Venom suit has such an appealing aesthetic, but the drool? I am not a fan.
Peter.
Why? Because one of my ex-nemesis now lives in the same building?
You seem on edge.
No, why?
If it is an issue, we can find an alternative.
No. Sure, I didn't exactly bond with the symbiote, but...
I will take your word.
Anyway, that's not the only reason I'm on edge. Back in the sewer...
Mephisto tries to get under...
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll tinker with...
Hunter, hello.
I've worked with Eddie before. He's not that bad.
Anything?
What does S.H.I.E.L.D. know?
What does... Not... Look, if Satan had... So...
I wanted to see it through.
I hope inviting the symbiote into our home doesn't corrupt us. You know, morally. Been there, done that.
I don't think Eddie...
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Nico told me we were headed to the desert, and I thought she said dessert. Now I want
pie. Okay, so that's... I had one job: protect the Sanctum Sanctorum. Doctor Strange was shaking. Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? How's that for quality workmanship?
Until next time.
On the bright side, Hunter, you didn't turn into a symbiote monster.
Let's do... Time's wasting, Hunter. Think Doctor Strange...
This could be Khan!
All right, then.
The Sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith. Anyone seen Charlie? I need some Hellhound cuddles.
Lots of pings coming in from off-world, but this fight's not finished. Damn it, I needed that Sanctum.
Doctor?
If you've come to cheer me up, don't waste your...
I just came to...
I appreciate that, but I...
What else?
Do you even have... You saw that all that dark energy burst. Those were Lilith's forces erupting in... Maybe I could have reactivated some ward of protection.
You're too important to sound...
But what if my death could have...
I still would not do it. We need you, Doctor.
I could say... We must accept this... Like it or not. The reality... We...
We better keep an eye on him. Last thing we need.
Look who it is. You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
I wish we had more time for pleasantries, but the prophecy draws nearer each day.